Hello everyone and welcome back to the CFC Central YouTube channel. I'm Sam. In this scouting report, we are taking a quick look at Dario Essugo, the under-21 Portugal international who joins us from Sporting and was on loan at Las Palmas in La Liga last season. Without further ado, let's dive straight in. Essugo's standout strength, one that enhances all other parts of his game, is his physical prowess. Not only is he built like a rugby player, he moves like one too, combining impressive upper body strength with very good ground speed across short and long distances. This gives him the confidence to go aggressively into duels, carry into pressure, and even push further up, knowing he has the pace to recover in transition. Most defensive midfielders are either tough to bully or hard to beat in a foot race. Essugo is both. Essugo also excels at defensive actions, particularly ball winning. A big plus is that he can tackle well with both feet, and his athleticism lends him the ability to stretch and slide effectively, enhancing the range of his defensive actions. In Europe's top 5 leagues last season, Essugo finished in the 96th percentile for tackles won, tackled an impressive 60.4% of dribblers, and had a ground duel win percentage of 55% for a chaotic Las Palmas side. Essugo's game reading out of possession is quite astute. There's intelligence and awareness in how he perceives danger around him. His speed across the ground also complements his game reading, and this allows him to match thought to action, nipping in quickly to win the ball. In Europe's top 5 leagues last season, Essugo was in the 98th percentile for interceptions, a staggeringly good number. This awareness is also reflected in Essugo's tracking. He scans well, orients himself well to the picture around him, and has the willingness and quickness of thought to track runs well, even over longer distances. Essugo's shooting, especially at long range, is quite impressive. He's only scored from outside the box in his senior career and generates a flat, thunderous shot. He could be a very useful weapon versus low blocks for Chelsea, like Rodri's shots are for Manchester City. When it comes to technique under pressure, Essugo has some good fundamentals. He can take neat touches with both feet, and his strength allows him to buy time to pick the right decisions. Ball manipulation is decent too, but there is the occasional clunky touch in there as well. That pressure can be telling at times, especially in build-up or when playing forward, where his passing can feel rushed. The weight and timing of release on some of his passes is also inconsistent and needs refining. As of now, he could struggle to build up as a lone pivot and needs a partner who can help to do so. Luckily, Chelsea have those in spades, with Enzo Fernandez, Romeo Lavia, Andre Santos and Moises Caicedo all accomplished in this regard. Essugo's speed and strength are a gift when defending wide against quicker threats. His feet can be a bit too far apart when jockeying, but he's such a good athlete that most of the times it does not seem to matter. He likes to get his body between man and ball and then use the byline to shield it before clearing or finding a short option. In the air, Essugo is slightly better than his numbers suggest. He has a good leap, generates good power on his headers, which makes him a good near post weapon on defensive set pieces. However, his heading does lack the control to make him a useful offensive weapon, something he would do well to work on. Essugo is strong when carrying at short range, again great at using his body to barge past people. It is at medium and long range where he is prone to losing the ball. There is enough evidence to suggest he can drastically improve at senior level, which would make him a strong progressive threat as well. When it comes to creative or progressive passing, Essugo, like most ball-winning central midfielders, is safety first. Lots of sideways and backwards passing, with some glimpses of short line-breaking passes which he can provide with either foot. His long passing is good, but the technique needs refinement. As they can be a bit too loopy in the air and prone to being intercepted. Essugo's weaknesses are largely in the psychological aspects, notably his concentration. There are more than a few instances of him being casual or erratic on the ball. He was in the bottom 1 percentile in Europe's top 5 leagues for errors leading to shots, more than any outfielder in the Chelsea squad. Essugo's discipline is arguably his biggest red flag, overly aggressive in challenges, initiating contact after the ball has been played. This saw him accumulate a worrisome 11 yellows and 2 reds last season. Chelsea were the only side to cross 100 yellows in the league last season, which does not bode well for player or club. At Las Palmas, Essugo featured as a 6 in a 3-man midfield and in the double pivot next to Liverpool's Stefan Bajcetic. Las Palmas usually went a 4-4-2 out of possession, and the shape shifted to ensure that the far side wide midfielder covered an opposition midfielder. This allowed Essugo to screen his back four and the freedom to choose when and how to engage. This meant positioning himself smartly. Essugo usually stays in a half and half position, within pressing distance of his marker, but also far away to disengage and pursue a different threat if the ball was moved elsewhere. His recovery numbers, 5.29 per 90, are very good, but not yet elite like Moises Caicedo's. Screening and destroying opposition attacks was his primary duty at Las Palmas. This meant being responsible for engaging or delaying any free threats that found space in transition. Essugo is well suited to this role, his speed, tactical intelligence and positioning allowing him to decide and act quickly. This role comes with its own pitfalls, however, and Essugo found himself vulnerable when the spaces were not ideal. He also has a tendency to screen side on, which makes it easier for quicker threats to play around him. So why Essugo? Last season, Moises Caicedo's 42 starts were the highest by any player in the CFC squad. He also became the first player since Cesar Azpilicueta to start every league game in a season for Chelsea. Add to that the constant 18,400 km 24-hour two-way flights to Ecuador, making it an untenable and frankly dangerous thing to do to your 100 million midfield diamond. Essugo, a wonder kid at Sporting, where he became the youngest Sporting player to play in the Portuguese Liga just 6 days after his 16th birthday, was always rated extremely highly throughout his early career. Sporting's midfield riches meant that he went on 2 loans, at Chavez and Las Palmas, and despite progressing, was relegated both times. At 18.5 million British pounds, Essugo was a relative bargain and comes in with a full season in La Liga under his belt, ready to start in the Club World Cup should Caicedo be rested or taken off early in the group stage games. Essugo has been compared to Chelsea legend Michael Essien, but strengths, weaknesses and legacy considered, he's probably more similar to Brighton's Carlos Baleba, an excellent all-action central midfielder who carries better than Essugo and offers more goal threat. There is no doubt though that Essugo is Chelsea's hierarchy, again betting on young, raw talent that can be polished into a future star. That's all for this one. If you enjoyed my work, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, the Chels.